Just in time. Radhe Radhe, Dandava Pranam. Welcome to Śrī Radha in our Bihari Mandir, Gopinath Bhavan, Śrī Vrindavan Dham. Śrīla Gurudev ki jai, Śrīla Prabhupada ki jai, Rupan Guru Varga ki jai, Patit Pavan Śrī Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Prem Purushottam Shachinandana Gaura Hari ki jai, Radha Vino Bihari Ju ki jai, Radha Ramana Ju ki jai, Giriraj Mahārāja ki jai, Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Dandava Pranam Vaishnavas.
Dandava Pranam.
I think
Pavana Prabhu, Isha Takarani, Didi, Radhe Radhe.
Sudevi, you may need to turn down the volume on that. I forgot to.
Okay.
And I just heard it dinging.
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. Jiva Pavana Prabhu already
Turning it up, right?
already put up the Vande Hum.
Thank you for putting up the Mangalacharan.
Thank you, Jiva Pavana Prabhu.
So we're beginning. Vasudev.
Dandava Pranam, Vasudev Prabhu. Nandini Didi, Dandava Pranam. Okay, we have to stop now.
So we were already out all day today, making preparations for the big day. Tomorrow we're going to be observing a Diwali, Deepavali, the festival of lights, taking all of you and drowning your hearts in Jamuna. And
So it's different in our
yes,
calendar.
according to the local calendar, which is different than the Vaishnava calendar, all locals today are observing Diwali, and tomorrow they will be observing, the locals will be observing Govardhan Puja or Anukut Mahamahotsava. From the Vaishnava calendar, our Vaishnava Panjika perspective, here in Vrindavan, we will be observing Deepavali or Diwali tomorrow, and Govardhan Puja, Anukut Mahamahotsava, the next day, the 16th. So, as I've already said on other days, most of you are probably, according to your local time period, observing Diwali today and Govardhan Puja tomorrow, but the way I see it, you get to observe it in an extended version. So, the more, the merrier. But it is crazy out there. It is the most amazingly wild shopping day of the year. There were lots and lots and lots and lots of people out there.
We were doing a little shopping for Govardhan Anukut.
Yes, on all of your behalves and our behalves as well. So, Mangalacharan, page 1 of this book, Shri Gauriya Giti Gucha.
And if you look at the first comment from Jiva Pavana Prabhu, you'll see that he's already added it. Vande Hum Shri Guru. So we're all in this together now.
We're starting tomorrow evening at the same time, but we won't be here. We will be out there on a boat. Okay. Vandeham Shri Guru Śrī Dāmodara Śrī Guru Vaishnavāśta Śrī Rūpam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vikantam Sajivam Sarvetam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamshra Om Ajnana Bhasya Dhyanam Jana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Namine Shri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Adarya Madhurya Gunashtrayuktam Paramparinyam Purusham Mahantam Nārayaṇam Tvam Shirasham Namami Krilandinam Bhakta Shiromanim Cha Shri Krishna Padājamritaiva Hridhi Chaitanya Leela Sarasara Nārayaṇam Tvam Satatam Prapadye Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedānta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gaudavani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavani Paśtatya Deshakarine Namo Vishnupadaya Gaurapresthaya Bhutale Shri Śrīmad Bhakti Pragya Keshavayati Namine Patimartya Charitraya Swashritanam Chamarine Jiva Dukhe Sagarthaya Shri Nama Premadayine Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhani Devi Daitaya Kripabhaye Krishna Sambandha Vidyana Daine Brahmave Namaha Madhuryo Jvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhavo Siddhanta Dvantaharine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagyamurtaye Vipralambhara Sambodhe Padam Bhujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhume Swam Nirdeshta Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarva Bhoma Shri Jaganathaya Te Namaha Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvise Namaha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Gapta Kanchana Gauramni Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhan Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Yadvrindayandyakalpadumada Śrīmad Singhāsanastho Śrī Śrī Radha Śrīla Govindadevo Preshāyini Sevyamānusmarami Śrīmad Sarasarambhi Vaṅśhivarta Tatasthitaha Karshande Lusvane Gopi Gopinath Shriyestunaha Vrindaye Tulasiveye Priyaye Keshavasya Cha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavrata Namo Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Cheto Darpanamarjanam Bhavamahadavandi Nirvapanam Shreya Kailavachandrika Vitaranam Vidyavadhu Jivanam Anandam Bhuvivardhanam Pratibhadam Purnamrita Shvadanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Rameva Kevalam Kalo Nastyeva 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 Gatiranyata Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma, page 28 in the songbook.
Starts with Shri Guru, S-R-I-G-U-R-U.
G-U-R-U. You can tell we've been shopping today in the bazaars. Today we're saying it is spelled G-U-R-U.
I'm so sorry. Hare Krishna.
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakati Sadma
Bandhu Savadhana
I just have a question. One bhakta up here, Devnath, is saying that he can't see or hear anything. So can anyone else just confirm whether it's okay or not? And if it is okay,
maybe you might need to refresh.
Maybe someone can write him and tell him to refresh or turn up his volume and his brightness on the computer.
I don't know if that's what it would be.
I don't know.
Can you see it recording there? And is it showing up here?
I see it, but he can't. So maybe there's a delay.
No, if you can see it, then and if you can hear it, then it's working.
Okay, they're saying it's okay.
Okay, so if he can't hear it, then we can't tell him.
Well, that's why I said maybe someone can write it.
Kripa karo Vaishnava Thakur, page 40.
Okay, everyone is fine, so. Can someone just write him and tell him it's okay, or
to refresh?
To maybe refresh? His name is Abhir Devnath. Thank you. They're like, refresh everyone.
Kripa karo Vaishnava Thakura. Jai Vaishnava Thakur. Vaishnava Thakur's ki Jai. Page 51, Shuniyachi Sadhu Mukhe Bole Sarvajan. 51.
Shuniyachi Sadhumukhi, Suniyyachi, Shuniyachi.
Shuniyachi sadhu ke bole sarva jano Shri Rupa kripayo niye jugal charana
Shuniyachi Sadhumukhi, Bole Sarva Jana. Jugala
can you tell the devotees what Srila Gurudev said about Rupa Goswami? I'll be back in just a minute. I have to go start the preparations for Govardhan Puja.
Oh, is that what you're doing? You didn't turn that down. Sorry, you're just gonna look at Thakurji for now.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So once one devotee, they asked Srila Gurudev, can you please tell something about Rupa Goswami? And then Srila Gurudev, he began to speak so sweetly. He said, Rupa Goswami is like the pen of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everything that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to tell the world, everything he wanted to give, he gave through the pen of Rupa Goswami. And then Srila Gurudev, he got quiet for a minute and he said, just like the vangshi, just like the flute, it's so powerful. Even what Krishna himself cannot do, the flute can do. If Krishna is calling the gopis on a full moon evening, he can't just go knock on the door or call any name to come out, come out. He plays his flute and that heart song inundates all of Vrindavan, enters into the hearts of the gopis through their bedroom windows, through any which way. Taking their hearts, it again runs toward Krishna. And then the gopis run toward Krishna, even in the middle of the night. So then Gurudev said, so Vangshi is so powerful. And then he said, Sri Rupa is the flute of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself did not give, that thing Srila Rupa Goswami very clearly, very openly gave to the world. He said, so Sri Rupa is so powerful, and we are so extraordinarily fortunate that we are coming in that beautiful, extraordinary line. Since I'm getting the chance to say something here, I'm sorry I'm behind the camera, but Krishna Mai, she's there, you can see she's watching. Today is her husband's birthday. His name is Pani Bhushan. And so I'm just asking that all Vaishnavas please bless him on this beautiful day of his human birth in this world where he's performing bhakti, and he has a beautiful Vaishnava family, so please give your blessings. Her name is Krishna Mai there, but his name is Pani Bhushan. Okay.
Pani Bhushan Prabhu ki jai. Happy birthday, Hare Krishna to you. May all blessings of Shri Guru Varga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Radha and Krishna manifest upon your head. May all Vaishnavas give you their blessings, that you may attain to the highest perfection in the shortest amount of time. And may you be happy forever. And like Sudevi said, this rare human form of life, it is actually our most valuable asset. Only from the human form of life can one actually endeavor toward perfection. So it is the most valuable treasure that we have. So whatever time we have within this form, whatever opportunity we have, Śrīmad Bhagavatam recommends that we utilize every moment in the endeavor for perfection, which is what this human form of life affords us.
Jiva Pavana Prabhu wrote Mangalam Bhavatu. It means all auspiciousness to you.
Mangalam Bhavatu, Gurunishta Bhavatu, Krishna Bhaktir Bhavatu, Radha Dasyam Bhavatu.
Jai Ho!
Haribo. So now, Nitai Gunamani Amar, page 61. I keep forgetting that I'm playing Mridanga.
Page 61. Nitai Gunamani Amar, N-I-T-A-I-G-U-N-A. Nitai Guna.
61. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda I'm just searching for the page number first. Sake Kalaya Goramudaram, page 340. 340. 340.
I'm sorry.
340. Sake Kalaya Goramudaram.
Sakhe Kalaya Goram Mudaram Sakhe Kalaya Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande, page 343. 343. Followed by Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, page 341. Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Oh Krishna Deva Bhavantam Vande. Oh Mano Manasa Madhukaram Arpaya Nijapata Pankajam Akarande. Hare Krishna, Page 341, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite.
And in case you don't know, were you just going to say it? Were you going to make the Jiva Pavana?
Oh, no. Sudevi was going to make this announcement. She's just handed it over to me. So just in case you do not have a songbook, which many of you may not, Jiva Pavana Prabhu does have a songbook and has access to the online versions of the songbook. So Jiva Pavana Prabhu very kindly, mercifully places the bhajans, posts them in the comment section of the thread. So just scroll to the name Jiva Pavana, and there you will find the bhajan with its translation and very frequently beautiful commentaries from our acharyas.
And he's pre-posting them so you're ready. So he's already got the next few bhajans and ashtakams that we're going to sing. So just look, there's one that says Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite, and then he knows that we're going to sing Sucharu Bhakta afterwards, so he has it all prepared. So we're starting with Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. Thank you, Jiva Pavana Prabhu. Also, he puts a link to the book Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam up so that everyone can join in and read along with Kishori Mohan Prabhu as he reads one line here and there in evening.
So you can read along with me and see which mistakes I make in my reading. So, Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite.
Oh, the book is already up.
Jaya. Jaya Radhe Jaya Jaya Madhava Daite. now Śrī Nandanandāṣṭakam, Radha Kritkatakshastavaraja, Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam, and Mahamantra Hare Krishna, or Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Page 289 for Śrī Nandanandāṣṭakam, Sucharuvaktra Mandalam. Then page 285 for Munindra Vrinda Bandite, that is Radha Kritkataksha Stavaraja. And then page 290 for Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam, Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam. 289 Pahle.
And Jivapavana Prabhu has already posted it, so you're ready to go. To all of us with a bunch of question marks. So I wonder if Kishori can again explain what we're doing today.
Okay. So, according to our Gaudiya Vaishnava calendar, which follows a particular panjika, meaning checking according to the particular alignment of the sun and the moon, according to the auspicious time period. Today in Vrindavan is not considered Diwali, but I think it is in England and America, according to that particular astrological situation overhead. So, according to Hari Bhakti Vilas, compiled by Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami and Sanatana Gosvāmī Pad, actually so many put it together, in there it is said that one should not follow any day if the tithi or the time period is considered impure, meaning that after the sun has risen, then that day begins. So if the sun has already risen here, and then Diwali day begins according to that tithi, then technically you're supposed to follow it the next day when it is actually beginning within the pure time period.
So basically we're following it tomorrow.
So the Gaudiya Vaishnava calendar says for us here in Vrindavan, Diwali or Deepavali is tomorrow, and that the following day after that is Anukut Maha Mahotsava and Govardhan Puja. So I know in most of the world it is Diwali, so happy Diwali to all of you.
Happy Diwali. We might go up on the roof later and live film all of the Jamuna.
Oh, that would be beautiful.
And, well, the fireworks. It's kind of mad out there. So, but we're going to try and do that. So maybe...
They have limited the fireworks somehow in India, I read somewhere. So we might not get the same amount of Ganga bombs blowing up overhead. But anyhow, yes, we can go to the roof and then we can show over the Jamuna. As Sudevi said, it is like thousands and thousands and millions actually of lamps being offered in Jamuna. So you will see Jamuna looks like she's on fire, but that's the fire or the lamp of love. So happy Deepavali for those who are following today. And what I said previously is that you get to continue into tomorrow with us. So there you go.
So just keep celebrating until tomorrow evening when we're on Jamuna offering the lamps again.
Yeah, is anyone ever satisfied when New Year's just comes and then finishes, or any holy day with the fireworks and festivities just ends?
No.
Like Nandotsav, everyone celebrates all the way until midnight when Krishna is born, and then the next day is the party, Nandotsav, which is the festival of Nanda Mahārāja celebrating the birth of Krishna.
Okay, so now we're going to Radha Kripa Kataksha Stavaraja, page 285. And if you don't have the songbook, Jiva Bhavana Prabhu has posted it, so just look. It starts with Munindra Vrinda Vandite.
Munindra Vrinda Vandite Triloka Shoka Harini Prasanna Vatra Pankaje Nikunja Bhumilasini Brajendra Bhanurandine Brajendra Sundar Sangate Vadakarishya Sihama Kripakataksha Bhajana Ashoka Vriksha Vallari Vipana Mandapasite Prabhala Valla Pallava Prabharunandri Kovale Varadhaya Suratare Prabhuta Shantaraya Kadakarishya Sihamam Kripakataksha Bhajanam Anandarandamandalam Prasanna Bhandurabhuvam Savibhramam Sasambramam Trinandavaramādane Nirantaram Vashīkrita Pratī
Prabhu, who helped make Gurudev's calendar under Gurudev's guidance, is saying that Amyavasa falls between sunrises in the UK, which is why it is observed on this day here, Diwali. So just so you know, he's a very good astrologer and has served our Gurudev so much. So he's giving the reason exactly why it's different in England and other countries as opposed to where we are now. But many are celebrating it here anyway. In India, they'll celebrate for every day. Fireworks are there every day. So, thank you, Mother.
Any reason to celebrate anything here is just, it's the thing.
Every day.
Every day. And if there isn't a holiday, you'll think there is, just because there's a lot of noise and loudspeakers and cars and beeping and everything. Everyone is active and everything is going on.
There's actually one Baba, and he rides a motorcycle up and down the streets of Vrindavan with kirtan going on. And it's got all these peacock feathers around it, like a huge peacock fan. And there are lights all
like
over
Christmas
it.
lights everywhere.
And flashing everywhere. And it's just outrageously amazing. And it's just, he's a celebration in itself. And everyone becomes so happy upon seeing him. So
Vrindavan's just like that. It's a celebration every day.
yeah, Lavangalata is saying Kartik month every day is Diwali, and Isha is saying India is a party every day.
They have 2 volumes.
Loud and
Power cut and maximum. Same with light. Everything is brilliant and light, or power off. Okay. Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam, page 290. 290. Namam Ishwaram Sachidananda Rupam. Excuse me.
So on behalf of all of us, Kishori Mohan Prabhu is offering the ghee lamp to Yashoda Damodar, Raman, Radhavinod Bihariji, and Giriraj, and the babies. That means Gopals.
We forgot to get more lighters.
Chalo.
Śrī Dāmodara
Ki Jai. Ki Jai.
Radhavinod Bihariji Ki Jai. And Shalagram Giriraj Ki Jai. And baby Gopal, Landu Gopal, and his little Landu Gopal friend.
Okay, so page 290, Damodarāṣṭakam. What Gaudiya Mata today?
Namami Sachidananda Rupam Lasakundaram Gokule Vrajamanam Yashodhariya Sachidananda Namaste Sudhame Surati Nidhane Tadiyadarayatum Vishwasya Dhame Namoradhikaye Tvadiya Śrī Dāmodara ki jai, Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam ki jai. So before we chant the Mahamantra today, another devotee whom we've known since our birth. I can't remember his sannyas name. I grew up in Gurukul, and his daughter was also there in Gurukul, growing up along us. She is also our Srila Gurudev's disciple. Her name is Vanamali. And so her father had taken sannyas. His name was previously Makhanlal Prabhu. And I can't remember. I think I can... Oh, sorry. Let me just check really quick. Okay. Makhanlal. So he's a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And he had taken sannyas. He came to India and he was preaching here. But he had some difficulty, some problem in his spine, and he chose to undergo some risky surgery. He was in a lot of pain, and there were some risks involved, and that risk left him paralyzed. And then later on, as a result of that, he had some heart difficulties, and then today he passed away from this world. So, praying for his spiritual benefit, that he may make rapid progress, that his Gurudev Srila Prabhupada and all of his Guru Varga will be merciful to him and carry him rapidly toward his ultimate destination. And also putting out prayers there for those who were with him and those who have affection for him and those who have known him. So, his name was Bhakti Madhurya Govinda Swami.
Beautiful.
Bhakti Madhurya Govinda Swami. Okay. And they said that it had nothing to do with COVID, but still, there's another person we knew from our birth for many, many years. He was living just right next to us on the same street.
We grew up in the LA Temple in Los Angeles, so it was a very big family, about 300-400
children and about
500 children and 300
I don't know
adults.
if it's 500 children, but it was a lot.
It was a lot.
When you're a kid, it looks like a lot anyway.
The temple at Mangalarti was packed with like 300-400 devotees, so it was pretty amazing. It was a festival every single day.
And it is a family, so many are feeling his loss and how much seva, how much he did for Srila Prabhupada, how much he wanted to serve. So it's a very, very blessed life that he has lived for so long, and we were all very fortunate that we got to see some of that seva.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
also, thank you. There. I saw something that was shared today by someone who comes 3 hours ago. Kamalalin Todd, who frequently comes to this page from Melbourne, UK. She writes, I pray Dave gets well soon. He has been so ill. And she posted a picture of him in a very relaxed, comfortable position. But anyhow, she's praying for him, and we can also pray for him and for her that he gets well soon. For Kamala Lynn Todd. Okay. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tarbhaktaya Namo Namaha Ajnanatimiraandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nama Vishnupadaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Shri Śrīmad Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Namine Nama Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Śrīmate Bhaktivedānta Swāmī Namine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitānaṁ Pāvanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Nangayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam. First of all, I offer my Dandava Pranam thousands of times in the dust of the lotus feet of our beloved Gurudev, Nitya Lila Pravishta Vishnupad, Ashto Tarashata Shri Śrīmad Śrī Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja. And saying thousands of Dandava Pranam in the dust of the lotus feet of Nitya Lila Pravishta Vishnupad, Ashto Tarashata Shri Śrīmad Śrī Bhaktivedānta Swāmī Śrīla Prabhupada, and to all of our Rupanuga Gauriya Guru Varga, and to all Vaishnavas, past, present, and future, including all of you who are present with us today, I offer my Dandava Pranam.
Dandava Pranam, dear Vaishnavas. Radhe, Radhe, Radhe Shyam.
Radhe, Radhe.
You were supposed to do that before.
What?
You said, you know, you always say you have to drink and get everything together before.
It was after the Mongol China. Didn't do it during. Uh-huh. Many, many years ago, I witnessed something I shouldn't have witnessed. There was a devotee who was very, very seriously and sincerely taking Achman at Prem Sarovar near Govardhan. And she was at the bottom of the steps taking Achman. And one person who happened to carry a danda thought it would be funny to throw a pebble of mud and splashed right in front of her. And I told him at that moment, he thought it was so funny, and I told him, I said, I could never get away with such a thing. I said, I realized I'm much safer than you are. The fact that you could get away with that, I could never get away with it, because my wife has at least 20 sets of eyes who will report back to her if I did anything inappropriate or improper. So then I realized I'm in a very safe position. So Devi's just making sure, checking, am I drinking water while I'm doing Mangalacharan or afterwards? So she's checking on me. And I see that, yes, Gurudev is protecting me by keeping someone who is not afraid to tell me if I'm doing something which would be displeasing to him. These days, everyone is so afraid to say anything that all kinds of things, nonsense activities, can go on in the name of Gurudev or in the name of Bhakti. And no one's able to say, or the ego of anyone else is too great to be able to take it. But if we can somehow look the other way, and my ego is too great to take it most of the time, you can ask my wife. But anyhow, if somehow we can be open there was one personality. He would always criticize Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada. Always, and very heavily. And the devotees were so upset at him. Even some of them would just wish he would disappear. That kind of upsettedness. And then one day that person passed away. And they told Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, oh, he passed away. It is said that Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada became very sad, very grave and upset. He said, he was my only friend. Everyone else just accepts everything and glorifies me, but he was the only one who would speak honestly to me. My only friend I have lost today. What kind of humility in the Vaishnava. Salalata e Vaishnavata. Simplicity is synonymous with Vaishnavism. And also to the extent that one is actually advanced or progressed on the path of devotion. To that extent, they will manifest humility. So this is something that we can pray for, because humility is not a material or mundane thing. There is spiritual humility, which manifests as the result of associating with those personalities who are actually, truly humble. And due to the fact of their greatness, and at the same time themselves manifesting and feeling that they are lower than a worm, worthless, then if we're in front of those truly great persons thinking I'm great, and they're thinking they're nothing, then we start realizing, oh, what is this ego of mine? What is my ahankar? This mood that I am great and that I am the doer and that I can lord it over others. So being in the association of truly advanced or truly great personalities, Srila Bhaktivedānta Mahārāja explains that this is how one can actually develop humility as a function of their true transcendental humility. Isha Thakurani saying, good wife Vaishnavi. And she did say lulu. I don't know how to do that ulu thing, but anyhow. Okay, so now we will enter into this beautiful treasure. And we won't go all the way till 8. We will go out at a certain point in time and have darshan overlooking Jamuna and all of the beautiful lamps that are offered into Jamuna on this day. So this transcendental literature, beautiful treasure, is a composition from the heart of Śrī Satyavrata Muni, which is written down in Padma Purana by Vedavyas. It is commented on by Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī, who is our Sambandha Acharya, our Acharya, or the one who teaches by his own example how to enter into our relationship with Krishna. This is Sambandha, relationship. And then our Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, he is writing a commentary with his own bhav on the commentary of Sanatana Goswami. And then our Srila Gurudev Srila Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Goswami Maharaj is writing his commentary on the commentaries of his Gurudev and Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī Pad. So as we say every day, this is just sweeter and sweetest, due to being touched by all of these wonderful transcendental personalities. It has become more and more sweet. So first of all, we will pray in the dust of their lotus feet in the words of Śrī Raghunath Das Goswami. Vairāga Juga Bhakti Rasam Prayatnair Apayanan Mam Anubhipshamandam Kripam Vidirya Paradukuduki Sanatanam Tam Prabhum Ashrayami. Begging in the dust of their lotus feet that may even a particle of their moods, which are present within these pages, manifest itself within our hearts. And as we do every day, because we are still on verse 1, we will chant that verse. Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam La Satkundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Bhiyolukha Ladhavamanam Paramrishtamadhyam Tato Drutya Gopya Namamishwaram Sachidananda Rupam La Satkundalam gokule brajamanam. So Srila Gurudev Bhaktivedānta Nārāyaṇa Gosvāmī Mahārāja has been adding so many verses, one after one, from Śrīmad Bhagavatam, where different personalities are glorifying the beauty of Krishna. So he started with Brahma's glorification of Krishna, from the verse starting Nomidyate Vapushe Tadid Ambaraya. Then the Yajna Patnis, the wives of the Brahmanas, glorification of Krishna's beauty. Shyamam Hiranya Paridhim Vanamalya Barha. And then after that, Shukadeva Goswami speaking about the inner moods of the gopis, Parhapidam Natavaravapu Karnayo Karnikaram. And then from there, the gopis themselves describing the beauty of Krishna, Kastriyangate Kalapadaya Tavenu Gita. And then from there, we have come to Uddhava's glorification of Krishna. Yanmartya Lilo Paikam Svayoga. And then coming all the way to Srila Shukadeva Goswami describing Krishna's beauty. So yesterday, Srila Gurudev was speaking about, from this verse, he was talking about when Krishna disappeared from the gopis at the time of Rasa Lila. The gopis sang about their separation from him in deep lamentation. Hearing that kirtan, Sri Krishna, unable to restrain himself, again appeared in their midst. So from that, then, Srila Gurudev is continuing what Srila Shukadeva Goswami described Krishna's beauty at that time. This is from Śrīmad Bhagavatam 10:32-2. Tasham avirbhuchchori smayamana mukambuja pitambaradharastrabhi sakshan manmata manmataha sakshan manmata manmataha. When Sri Krishna appeared before the gopis, his lotus face blossomed with a mild smile. A beautiful forest flower garland decorated his neck and chest, and a yellow cloth graced his shoulders. He even turned the mind of the God of love, who agitates the minds of all, for he is directly the original, transcendental God of love. So this last line in this verse, Sakshan Manmata Manmataha. Here it's saying, he is agitating, turning the mind of even Kamadev. So we hear this also, Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesha Shobham. How beautiful is Krishna. He is known as Madan Mohan. That even Cupid himself, the god of love, becomes so astonished at the idea of the beauty of Krishna that he completely collapses, faints in humiliation. That one personality is capable of controlling everyone in all of this universe, the God of love. But that person, Krishna, the supreme personality of love, of beauty, is so beautiful, so attractive, and so full of love. Akila Rasam Ritamurti, ocean of nectar, that Kamadev himself, not only one, millions of Kamadevs, Cupids, will fall flat on the ground, completely faint in amazement at how beautiful Krishna is. Because Krishna is directly the original, transcendental God of love. One of our mantras, our Diksha mantras, is actually a prayer to love itself, Kamadev. But it's not any material Kamadev. It's transcendental Kamadev, the transcendental God of love and affection. And interestingly, it says that who is formless, you cannot see. But Gurudev explains that in Vrindavan, what is controlling everything? Prem is controlling everything. Divine love, transcendental love and affection. That is completely different than the love, or what they call prem, or divana, of this material world. The stuff that Bollywood is made of is not prem. It is, according to Shastra, known as lust. Whatever is for pleasing our material senses, this is known as lust. What is for pleasing the transcendental senses of Krishna, this is known as love or prem. So, and according to Shastra and according to all of our acharyas, our Guru Varga, there is a difference of heaven and hell between the two. One is selfish, self-interested, the desire to please one's own senses. This is known as kam, and that kam is mundane lust. But there is transcendental kam, transcendental love, which might appear like lust, but it has no tinge of it whatsoever. It is exclusively for the pleasure and happiness of Krishna without any tinge of mundane selfishness to it whatsoever. Even if there is any or every reason for it to break, not only does it not break, but it continues to increase and evolve more and more and more. That is known as prem. Atmendriya prativancha tare balikam, Krishnendriya prati icha, dhare prema nam. So here Shukadeva Goswami says, Pitambara dhara. At first, Krishna was clasping the yellow cloth he wore as an upper garment between his hands. So, it was interesting. Many, many years ago, when we came to the mutt, we noticed that the brahmacharis would not go around just without any shirt on. Generally, you should have some cloth. And you hear about when Rupa and Sanatan, when they approached Mahaprabhu the first time, wearing chadars, some cloth. And even, what is that? Taking a cloth around my neck. And even straw between my teeth, I approached them. We hear about these things. What are the meanings of this? Why are they taking a cloth around their neck? It is a sign of humility. In the animal species, especially monkeys, and nowadays humans who copy monkeys, when someone wants to show their ego, they puff their chest out and kind of show it to the next person like this. It's a sign of aggression. So putting this cloth around one's neck like this, it's hiding your chest and it's approaching in a mood of humility. And so Krishna, he's a natural. Today, we couldn't help ourselves. Sudevi saw the most beautiful peacock feather ornament and she had to get it. She's like, this is totally Krishna. He's such a peacock. This is Krishna's nature. He is the ultimate transcendental peacock, and rightly so. That is his nature. But he himself is taking this very humble mood, taking this, his upper garment, yellow cloth, between his hands, and very humbly approaching the gopis. The import of this is as follows. When Sri Krishna saw the gopis' moods of separation from him, he wiped away their tears with his yellow cloth. He realized that he had given so much trouble to his dear beloveds, and thus he considered himself an offender. Because he left the Rasa Lila, they were all cast into an ocean of separation. What does Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say? Yugaitam nimeshena chakshusha pravrishaitam shunyaitam jagat sarvam govinda virahename. In separation from Govinda, even one moment feels like so many thousands of yugas. Now Krishna left that Rasalila place and cast all of these gopis into oceans of intense separation. And then here Krishna is feeling bad that he has given so much trouble to his dear beloveds, and thus he considered himself an offender. According to the nature of aparad, or offense, if one gives distress to another, especially with intent, if someone does something which causes pain to another, then this can be said to be against affection. Once upon a time, Srila Rupa Goswami Pad, he was engaged in his meditation. And he was seeing such beautiful pastimes of Krishna, baby Krishna. I'm not going to get into detail. Maybe I will. So he was remembering and witnessing the pastimes of Krishna. It was Krishna's birthday and Mother Yashoda told him, oh, you should go collect a very baby, pure white calf to worship on your birthday. And Krishna went to get this calf, and as he was pulling this calf, he was trying to push him, and Gurudev said that calf would not move. His feet were forward like this, and he wouldn't move at all. And Krishna was trying to push him from behind. Finally, little Krishna came, and he started pulling him from the front. And the calf was starting to move forward a little bit. At a certain point, as this calf was moving forward, Krishna had brought him to a certain location where he could see that, oh, look, butter is hanging from the rafters in the storeroom. And Krishna became greedy for that butter. So he was looking in all directions. What can I stand on to reach that butter? And then he thought, oh, I can stand on this calf. So Krishna climbed upon the calf, began to stand up and balance on the back of this calf, reached his arm into that pot, and just at that moment, that calf bolted away. And Krishna was left dangling from that pot, which was swinging very high in that room. And Krishna was crying and weeping, Maya, Maya. He was calling for his mother. And his mother came out and she saw him hanging there, his arm all the way in the pot. And she said, today I have caught you red-handed. He's like, no, let me down, take me down. She's like, I will never take you down. Today you have been caught red-handed. I will leave you there. And Krishna was weeping and crying so much. Mother Yashoda was snickering to herself, laughing, seeing his condition, that how she had caught him like that, and he was begging to be brought down. So just at that time, as Rupa Goswami was taking shelter of Śrī Harinam Prabhu and remembering these sweet pastimes of Krishna, one devotee named Kanja Krishna Das, he was very crooked, means he was crippled in many places. He was walking by. There weren't so many devotees in Vrindavan at the time, but he was one of the Brajabasis, one of the devotees residing in Vrindavan Dham, chanting and remembering also. And suddenly, as Rupa Goswami is remembering these pastimes, this devotee walks by and he sees that Rupa Goswami is laughing. At that moment, he felt really sad in his heart. Oh, everyone says that he's such a great sadhu. Why is it that he's laughing at my condition? And so Kanja Krishnadas started feeling really bad in his heart that someone's laughing at me in this condition. And he left that place feeling hurt, pinched. At that moment, Rupa Goswami's vision, his samadhi trance vision of these pastimes broke. And he couldn't understand what happened. So he approached his Shiksha Guru, Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī, and told him what had happened. I don't understand what happened. I was meditating on the sweet pastimes of Krishna and suddenly everything left me. What happened? How could this possibly happen? Sanatana Goswami said to him, maybe you might have somehow upset any Vaishnava? Have you seen any? Rupa Goswami said, I have not seen anyone for days. And he said, it must be. And Rupa Goswami said, what should we do? And Sanatana Goswami said, we should arrange a big festival, a feast, and invite all of the Vaishnavas to attend. And then we will know who might have been hurt inadvertently. So they arranged a big festival and invited all the Vaishnavas of Vrindavan, and they all came to this feast, except for one, this Kanja Krishnadas. So Sanatana Goswami brought Rupa Goswami, let's go to him. So they went to Kanja Krishnadas. O Prabhu, we have invited all sadhus in Braj to come to this utsav, this feast, this festival, but only you have not come. Can you please tell us what has transpired that you are not attending this festival? And he said, the other day, I was walking by, and even though I'm in such a condition that I'm so crippled, I could not understand why he was laughing at me when I was in this condition. It really pinched my heart, it hurt my heart. And then Rupa Goswami explained to him, please forgive me. I was completely unaware at that time. I was remembering the pastimes of Krishna. And I'm sorry that I have inadvertently hurt your feelings. Please forgive me and please come and attend our festival. So then Kanja Krishnadas, he accepted, of course. And then he came to the festival. And needless to say, Rupa Goswami's darshans of the sweet pastimes of Krishna resumed from within his heart. This is called Svarasiki Upasana. Means natural, spontaneous. Gurudev said like waterfalls. You cannot even help it. Constantly, one pastime after another is flowing into your heart. So, this is an example of inadvertent offense. If one is actually intentionally making offense, this is a different story. But even through inadvertent offense, we see that there is some effect. And Rupa Goswami, of course, he is not subjected to all of this. He is Sri Rupa Manjari in Krishna Lila and an eternal associate of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But he's showing us, for our own benefit, how easy it is to inadvertently upset or offend or pinch the heart of any Vaishnava. So even our Srila Gurudev said we should be so careful, even joking with Vaishnavas, because they say in every joke there is some semblance of reality. And in that, their heart might become pinched. And so, oh, you're the big sadhu, aren't you? Oh, you're so famous. That kind of stuff. And you're kind of joking and making some kind of stabbing underneath and then calling it a joke. But you never know how it might affect anyone's heart. So, I was sharing that because Krishna here, he knew that he had given them trouble. And he had considered himself an offender because he had pinched their hearts. So he came back in a mood of humility, begging pardon for his offense. He then placed part of his yellow garment between his teeth, as though biting a piece of straw, which is a sign of great humility. So I've asked many Vaishnavas what this means. Taking a straw between my teeth. Dante Trinakori. We say it, we sing it all the time. Taking a straw between my teeth. What does this symbolize? Nityananda Prabhu would do this and go door to door begging. Just chant the name of my Gaura Hari once and you can purchase me. What does it mean? I'm coming to you, submitting, humbling myself, even lower than any animal, like a cow or any animal that just chews on grass. That I'm making myself like this, and from this position, I'm beseeching you, I am pleading with you. So there are certain symbols or signs. Taking straw between one's teeth is a sign that I'm very, very apologetic, very sorry, and I'm approaching you from a position of extreme humility. So Krishna, taking this cloth in his teeth, first between his hands, and then taking it in his teeth, he's approaching the gopis in a mood of submission and humility to apologize for hurting their feelings. The appearance of his beautiful form at that time was capable of agitating the minds of millions and millions of cupids. When Srila Shukadeva Goswami spoke this verse, he became absorbed in the moods of the gopis. In that state, forgetful of himself, he became perturbed and addressed Sri Krishna as Shauri. By calling Krishna Shauri, in the mood of an irritated gopi, Srila Shukadeva Goswami was saying, you are cruel like a warrior. You are not from the soft-hearted cowherd dynasty. Otherwise, you would not have left all of us. I wonder if that has any connection to the word Sauri. S-A-U-R-I. So Shukadeva Goswami is taking the side of the gopis. There's a whole other history there. But it is said that he is originally the parrot of Srimati Radhika. And there is one of the first booklets that came out on behalf of our Srila Gurudev in English was his Harikatha that he spoke on Shriya Shuka. That Shriya Shuka is actually the parrot of Srimati Radhika. And we asked this question to... I know Srila Gaur Govinda Maharaj told this katha, and we also heard it from Bhakti Kamal Govinda Maharaj, who heard it from Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Maharaj. And Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Maharaj was well versed in all obscure scriptures that are even difficult to find today. And he was one of the only personalities that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada would have stand up and speak Rasa Katha, means the kata of rasas, that he had that qualification. He would weep. Tears would be flowing from his eyes as he would be speaking this rasa kata, and Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada would want to hear his glorification of all of these rasas. So he also would tell this story, this kata of Shri Ashuka. And I asked Bhaktivedānta, Pujapad Bhaktivedānta Madhav Mahārāja, and he mentioned it once to me, but I need to ask again, because there's the name of that scripture where this is in. Someone says that actually it was written by Kavi Karnapur, but they can't find the exact shlokas. That Shri Ashuka, that this parrot was the parrot, Shukadeva Goswami was originally the parrot of Srimati Radhika, but there is scriptural evidence for this. So Shukadeva Goswami sides with Srimati Radhika. So here he's calling Krishna Shauri in the mood of an irritated gopi, saying to Krishna, "You are cruel, like a warrior. You are not from the soft-hearted cowherd dynasty. Otherwise, you would not have left us all." When Sri Krishna, manifesting all of the splendor of his incomparable form, appeared in the assembly of the gopis, they became completely overwhelmed with love for him. The love that Sri Bhagavan's associates have for him within their hearts determines how much his immaculate beauty is revealed. This is a very powerful statement. Krishna's beauty manifests in accordance to or in reciprocation to the depth of love that the devotees have for him. So who has the most love for Krishna? The crest jewel of all beloveds of Krishna, Srimati Radhika. So, therefore, Krishna's beauty would be the most in reciprocation with her love and affection. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, "As one approaches me, I reciprocate accordingly." So if one is approaching him with that deepest love and affection, he will reciprocate, and that beauty will manifest in such a way accordingly. Sri Bhagavan manifests his personal sweetness according to the greatness of his associates' love for him. Shukadeva Goswami further clarifies this. Chakasha gopi parishad gator chitus trailokya lakshmieka padam vapu dadhat. That's in Śrīmad Bhagavatam 10:32-14. As Bhagavan Shri Krishna sat among thousands upon thousands of gopis who were all worshipping him, he appeared so splendid. All of the beauty throughout the three worlds, all of the beauty ever manifest in the past, all of the beauty manifests now, and all of the beauty that will ever manifest in the future is only the dim glow from a drop of Bhagavan's own beauty. He alone is the abode of all beauty. I have to read that again. As he sat among thousands upon thousands of gopis who were all worshipping him, he appeared so splendid. All of the beauty throughout the three worlds, all of the beauty ever manifest in the past, all of the beauty manifests now, and all of the beauty that will ever manifest in the future is only the dim glow from a drop of Sri Bhagavan's own beauty. He alone is the abode of all beauty. This is something unimaginable, really. I mean, we could try to imagine it, but we will fall short. How can we imagine that? All of the beauty that ever existed, that exists now, and that will ever exist into the future, that we could ever conceive of, past, present, and future, is not even a dim glow of a drop. It's unimaginable. Just like Srimati Radhika said about praying, really it's nothing that can be described. Ultimately, you will have to experience it to understand it. How can one really describe, truly, one can endeavor, excuse me, one can endeavor to describe the beauty of Krishna. But even Anantashesh, with his unlimited hoods, unlimited mouths, has been endeavoring to glorify Krishna since time without beginning, and feels that he has not begun to even scratch the surface of the glories of Krishna. Even Krishna is completely mesmerized by his own beauty, as if he's never seen anything so beautiful before. And his own heart, manifested in front of him in the form of Srimati Radhika, also is experiencing this. That's why Sri Krishna is known as Navayoganam. His beauty is ever fresh, unlike us. We just get older and older every day, and we go, oh my God, it's not fresh anymore. And then the next day is less and less and less fresh. But he is ever fresh. Every time that they see him, it's like they've never seen him before, and a bhav manifests. In fact, that bhajan we sang today, Krishna Deva Bhavantam Bande, Srila Gurudev explained that this is a mood of Purva Rag. Purva Rag means never before seen. When they see him, they're like, who is that? That is the most beautiful personality I have ever seen in my entire life. It's like fresh. Every moment is fresh. This is also something that is inconceivable, but this is how our Guru Varga and our Shastras explain how Krishna's beauty is so amazing that in past, present, and future, all the beauty combined together of the entire creation cannot even compare to a dim glow of a drop of Bhagavan's own beauty. Then Srila Gurudev is explaining, Śrī Nārāyaṇa is also beautiful. Attracted by his beautiful form, Lakshmi remains engaged in the service of his worshipful feet day and night. However, this is a testament to Krishna's beauty. However, as soon as she remembers the sweetness of Sri Krishna within her heart, she longs to see his sweet form directly and resolves, since I cannot obtain entrance into Rasa Lila, I will watch it from a distance. So although she is the eternal consort of Srimad Narayan, and although Krishna and Narayan are essentially in tattva not different, still there is speciality. And Krishna possesses 4 qualities that even Narayan himself is not manifesting or possessing. The first person to post these 4 qualities gets 4 pieces of burfi and 250 stars. I'm going to wait. So, these 4 extra qualities of Krishna, the 4 madhuris. So Narayan is also beautiful, and she's always absorbed in serving him. But as soon as she remembers the sweetness of Krishna and his beauty, she longs to see him and resolves that I will watch it from a distance, even if I cannot enter. How attractive is Krishna? What is the reason for this eagerness? It has been said that the incomparable form that Sri Krishna manifested within the Rasa Lila in the assembly of the gopis was never exhibited anywhere else. This has not been seen before. What is that form like? His form churns the mind of even Cupid, who agitates the minds of all. For he is directly the original, transcendental Cupid. In the first verse of Śrī Dāmodarāṣṭakam, Śrī Satyavrata Muni describes the very same enchanting form of Sri Krishna as a 2.5-year-old baby running away from Mother Yashoda. As he fled from his mother, he repeatedly looked behind him with terrified glances. His earrings shimmered on his cheeks, and his neck was decorated by 3 graceful lines. 3 graceful lines means he was made of butter, because he eats so much butter. So you could see there's 3 lines. Lines, L-I-N-E-S. Other than the auspicious gold cord around his waist, and the pair of ankle bells clasping his worshipful lotus feet, resonating with unsurpassed charm. His tiny form was completely naked. When Gurudev would say this, he would say, quite naked, like this, quite naked. So his tiny form was completely naked. The conclusion, even in Braj today, when you go around the villages, the little children, 2.5, 3 years old, they're all running around naked. They're playing in the dust. But Krishna, Gurudev explained, playing in the dust, how beautiful Krishna looks, quite naked, playing in the dust of Braj. This little 2.5-year-old baby boy. The conclusion, that the manifestation of Sri Krishna's beauty. Sudevi?
Yeah?
Can you check? Okay, Isha Thakurani says, is not working.
Let me refresh the page then, because you're still talking.
I see it here too. Haribo? It's there. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine. No, it's fine, really.
Okay.
Tell her to refresh, maybe.
Isha Thakurani, Didi, please refresh your page. Jiva Pavana Prabhu had posted Leela Madhuri, Rup Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Prema Madhuri. Huh?
It's working for others.
Thank you. That means his pastimes. They're unprecedented, never before seen. Leela Madhuri. Sometimes said Guna Madhuri, his qualities. And then his flute. There's no other form who's playing a flute. Only Krishna plays a flute. This is his speciality. That's his weapon. Every other form of Bhagavan has different kinds of weapons. What are the weapons of Narasingha?
His fingernails.
Sharp nails. What is the weapon of Varahadev?
His tusks.
He's got a few. Actually, he was fighting with a club, but his tusks and also his hoof. That's how he killed Hiranyaksha. Hoof to the back of the ear. What are the weapons of Nārāyaṇa?
I don't know how he uses the lotus as a weapon, but club, disc.
Trust me, if he hits you with that lotus and wants it to work, it'll do its chakra and club.
Yeah.
So he has a conch shell, disc, club, and lotus flower. Even that's how he appeared in the jail cell of King Kamsa. But how did he appear in Vrindavan?
Like a naked little baby.
A naked little baby from the womb of Mother Yashoda. And she did not offer him prayers. She offered him her breast milk. And then he slept. And later on, what weapon in Vrindavan did he use?
His flute.
Only his flute. It's a much more dangerous weapon than any.
Is there any Burfi involved in all this?
Oh yeah, Sudevi's gonna, like, on Govardhan Puja Day, if he gives anything back, we're kind of hoping he just takes it all. But if he gives anything back, Sudevi gets a lot of Burfi. So, what's more dangerous? There's external weapons, they can do something. But if something is able to capture and steal your heart, there's no weapon more dangerous than that. That is Krishna's flute, able to capture the hearts of all. So that is his weapon of choice in Vrindavan. The flute, very dangerous. So Rup Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Prema Madhuri, Venu Madhuri. Prema, the beauty or the sweetness of his love.
Keep an eye on the time.
Okay, I'm just finishing this paragraph here, and then we will take you to have a view over the beautiful river Yamuna.
We think that it'll be lit up.
It will. She will. Today is Diwali here for the locals in Vrindavan. So, the conclusion that the manifestation of Sri Krishna's beauty is relative to his devotees' love for him is also established by Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī in his Śrī Brihad Bhagavatamrita. The unique qualities of Śrī Bhagavan's beauty manifest in accordance with the unique qualities of his associates. So for Mother Yashoda, how does he manifest? He manifests baby beauty because she is saturated with Vatsalya Prem, parental love and affection for him. And so he is manifesting the most beautiful child-like beauty to her. And she's completely smitten by this baby beauty. Complete baby bhav. Complete baby bhav. She's seeing Krishna like that. What kind of beauty does he manifest to his cowherd boyfriends? The beauty of a friend. In such a beautiful and sweet way. They're also completely attached to Krishna. That he is their life and soul. And what kind of beauty does he manifest before the gopis? Sakshat Manmatha. Oh, so beautiful that millions of cupids faint on the idea of his beauty. So extremely charming. So, Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī has confirmed the unique qualities of Śrī Bhagavan's beauty manifest in accordance with the unique qualities of his associates. So he's reciprocating. Only for the gopis, not for anyone else, not anywhere else, but only for the gopis does he say, I can't reciprocate with what you're giving me. I have no way to repay you. So because of their love and affection, he feels indebted. And one who is indebted naturally becomes subservient to the person they owe the debt to. So in Vrindavan, Krishna takes on this mood of being the debtor. He is indebted to the gopis. And therefore Vrindavan, all of Vrindavan is known as Seva Kunja. Everywhere is a place of Seva. And all of his transcendental associates, the gopis, are trying to serve him, but because he feels indebted to them, he's also become subservient to them. This is the speciality of Seva Kunja, where Krishna is serving his devotees. He's massaging their feet. He's digging Venukup, a well, with his flute to give them some kind of pacification, to satisfy them. Krishna is becoming subservient to his gopis. In order to bestow his mercy upon the souls who are indifferent to him, and to bless them with Braja Prem, the love exhibited by the eternal inhabitants of Braj, Shri Krishna manifested his beautiful form as a fresh youth, the best of dancers, dressed as a cowherd boy holding a flute in his hands. This very form of Shri Krishna is the origin and basis of all of his forms in Mathura and Dwarka, and is also the source of all other avatars. So this is confirmed in Brahma Samhita, Ram Adi Murti. Ram and all other murtis, all other forms. This includes Mathuresh Krishna and Dwarkadesh Krishna. Believe it or not, according to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, specifically there it is said that the Krishna of Mathura and Dwarka is not the same as the Krishna in Vrindavan. If you can post that verse, whoever posts it first gets 100 points and a burpee. I'm just about to finish. But it says there that he is not the same. Why is he not the same? Because the original Krishna never steps one footstep outside of Vrindavan. But all of those other forms are present within him. So in essence, they are manifestations of him for any other purpose, any other pastime. But they are not the same as Braj Krishna. Why? Vrindavanam parityajya padam ekam nagacchati. Krishna never sets one footstep outside of Vrindavan. So there's a speciality. And the original, supreme form, Krishna swayam samabhavat paramapumanyo govindam adi purusham tamaham bhajami. Krishna himself is the supreme origin of all others. And unto that Govinda I adore completely. I give my love in the form of seva. Sri Brahma is saying this in Brahma Samhita. So, I think that verse says Krishnonyo Vasudevo. Let me just finish this one little sentence here. So, this very form of Sri Krishna is the origin and basis of all of his forms in Mathura and Dwarka, and he is also the source of all other avatars. Even though the main subject of Śrī Sanātana Gosvāmī's commentary on this verse is Sri Krishna's childhood pastimes, he has quoted a description of Sri Krishna's beautiful form exhibited at the time of Rasa Leela in order to convey the extraordinary glory of that particular form. So we will end the reading and discussion for today on this. Tomorrow we will go out on the boat on Jamuna and observe Deepavali. Deepavali means...
And we will offer all of you to Jamunaji.
All of you and your friends and family members. The list that we have for Govardhan Parikrama is quite extensive, and we will also offer all of you into Jamuna with those lamps. So we will be starting that at 5 o'clock p.m. our time in Vrindavan.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. And the next night, we will begin at 3 o'clock our time.
So 2 hours earlier we're starting the day after tomorrow.
Yes. So on the 16th, our 16th of November.
Before it gets too late.
Yes, it won't be too late. But okay. Srila Gurudeva ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Rupānuga Guru Varga ki jai, Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Gaur Premanande.
Hari Hari Bo.
Jiva Pāvana Prabhu says if you eat all the burfi, you're going to get really fat.
That's okay, as long as it's Mahaprasadam.
Madhu Mangal Prabhu or Jiva Pāvana Prabhu, can you also post that verse which is in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, explaining that the Krishna in Vrindavan is not the same as the Krishna in Mathura or Dwarka. This is very important and essential. This is the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I would really appreciate it if you can post that. So we'll do this first, and
just a quick Hare Krishna, give them darshan of Radha Vinod Bihari, and we'll see if the Jamuna is lit up tonight. We're going to see from the balcony instead of from the land.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Diksha, spiritual birthday today. So happy spiritual and real birthday, Bhanumati Didi.
Happy birthday.
Jai Ho. So today she was initiated by Srila Gurudev on Diwali, so many moons ago. So she said, today's my birthday.
Shri Gurudev ki jai, Gopal ki jai, Guru Varga ki jai, Patim Pavan Shri Dhyam ki jai, Shuddham Shachinandana Gaur Hari ki jai, Radha Vinod Bihari Ji ki jai, Radha Ramana Ji ki jai, Braj Mahārāja ki jai, Ram Sankirtan ki jai, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai, Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Nitai Gaura Premanande, Hari
Can you move that light? So now we're going to try to bring you up on the roof. Hopefully it's not locked. They lock it.
I think I have the combination, so I should be able to do this.
So we'll go up.
Oh.
Okay.
You don't want to bring this thing?
What thing?
Thing. The gimbal.
No.
Okay.
It's easier just to...
I need to bring a stick just in case. Wild animal out there.
Okay, here we go. We'll see if it's open. If you can listen carefully, everyone's doing fireworks. Today is like... very exciting, and they'll be doing it all night. And all of the little monkeys will be hiding right next to our bedroom. They don't know what's going on. Okay, go and see if you can open it. Otherwise, we might have to go down.
No, we can do it.
Do you hear?
It is locked, but
Do you hear the fireworks?
I should be able to do it. 1 second.
He's trying to open it. It's locked. This will go on all night. When we used to go on Parikrama with our Gurudev, we would be trying to sleep in tents in 1996. We would be in tents and we would just be up all night. It just sounded like...
Let's see if it works. It worked.
He has the key, the code. Okay.
We have to be careful for monkeys, but I did bring a stick.
So this is from the roof of Gopinath Bhavan. And you can see so many people will be lighting.
Watch yourself.
Can you put the flashlight so they can see? Okay, Jamuna's there. You can see. So this is what it looks like at night on the roof.
Look at, can you see Imli Tala? Here, there's a step here.
There's Imli Tala right there.
There's a step here.
And we're coming on our way to Jamunaji from the roof. You can't really see it, but generally there are lights everywhere.
Watch your step, watch your step.
Okay. So you can see Jamuna a little bit. We're walking, so it's a little bouncy.
And we don't have the gimbal with us. Watch your step. I'm going to go down first. Step into this here.
Look at it. It's a big drop down. Once we're on the roof.
Watch your step.
Oh, look, remember I told you Gurudev's room is usually lit up? That's Gurudev's room right there. It's always lit up so sweetly. So now it's dark, but we're coming toward Jamuna, so give us a moment. We're just coming to Parikrama Marg from the room. And here you see Jamuna ji.
I'm going to turn off my light so you can see.
I don't see it. No, if you can,
Look over that way.
all the way down you can see. Especially down there. And this will be going on all night. You either have to get in the mood and love it and be excited, or you're just going to be really upset and angry. So you just have to go with it and be really happy and excited. But if you can see, so many lamps there. And there in the distance, well, there's too many lights, you can't see much. But Jamunaji will be lit up all night.
Jamuna Maharani
Ki Jai. There's a lot of trees blocking, but it's going on and on.
Maybe if we come over to the edge over here, watch your step.
Okay, I'm walking.
Watch, there's a bump here.
Ah!
Okay, up.
Honestly, we can't see where we're going. All right, we're coming over this way.
Well, you can kind of see through the trees. Wow, watch the step there. Thousands of lamps.
See all the lamps.
And over here, from this angle, you can see.
Yeah, from this angle you can see more.
From this way back to here, you can see more how glittering everything is.
See, you can see Jamuna's completely flooded with lamps.
Wow.
I'm sorry about the state of the camera. It's the best we can do. But that's what's going on here in Vrindavan all night tonight. So, and then this way it's just sparkling. So beautiful and sparkling. Like Kishori said, there are a lot less fireworks tonight, which is really nice.
They banned a lot of fireworks at this period of time for some reason. I don't know why.
We're happy with it.
Yeah.
See down there, there's so many.
But I think the big ones. Oh, there's what over there?
Oh, there's some. It's
Little
happening. It's happening here in Vrindavan. But mostly they've stopped it. So anyway, Kishori, can you put the light on you and
Is this enough?
put it above your head so you don't look scary?
Is that enough?
Put it in front of your face so you don't look scary.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. So, thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to remember the beautiful teachings of our Gurudev and Guru Varga, for engaging us in this beautiful seva, for engaging us in our Guru Seva, which is our life and soul. We are indebted to all of you. We look forward to being with you tomorrow. Remember, we're going to be out on Jamuna tomorrow.
We'll be doing this tomorrow on behalf of all of you.
Okay?
I have all your names in my pocketbook.
And if we don't have all of them, please send them to us privately in our messengers, Facebook Messenger, and then we'll add your names and your family and friends' names.
Okay.
Okay? And
There's more.
yes, so we look forward to being with all of you tomorrow. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandava Pranam, dear Vaishnavas.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe.
Hare Krishna.
Happy pre-Diwali.
Yes, and happy local Diwali.
And happy birthdays to the birthday people.
Yes.
Diksha and Day. Happy birthday. Dandava Pranam, all Vaishnavas. Radhe Radhe from Vrindavan Dham.
Radhe Radhe.
Radhe Radhe. Jai Ho. Okay, now I'm going to try to turn it off. Okay.